This is Twit.
You also happen to get your hands on the NexDock 2 very recently, so this wouldn't necessarily be a review, but you got this yesterday. Tell us a little bit about it.
I got my NexDock. So I've been a big fan of the original NexDock, but I had a chance to play with an early prototype when I was at Google I/O last year. And initial impressions, I am very, very impressed with the quality of the hardware. The display is very nice. It's a 1080p display, and for the viewers, if you're not familiar with the way what NexDock is, even though it looks like a laptop, even though it even, you can open it up and interface looks kind of like it runs as an operating system. This is actually a shell. This is literally just a keyboard, a battery that's built in, and then of course we have integrated circuitry to the display. But the main magic happens right now. You'll notice right there it says it's booting up, and for the most part, we need to connect something to these ports. So we have USB-C connections for your Android device. Right now, mostly focused on Android devices with a desktop mode enabled, and enabled via HDMI, via USB-C, not just wirelessly. So Huawei devices, as well as Samsung devices right now are supported, as well as I'm hoping to see something once we see, Android 10 desktop mode actually come out of this production state that we're in right now, where it's somewhat of you can turn it on, but it doesn't work. And if you're able to get it to work, it's not really usable. It works still, though, if you have a device that supports screen mirroring over USB-C. So let's say if you're using a OnePlus device. And I'm very impressed. I'm very happy with it. I like the interface, and it works great if you're looking to have a laptop that's always connected and has access to all of your files on your smartphone, charges your smartphone, and just work as fast in desktop mode. If you've never used it before, we've done a few videos over on XDA as well as on my channel, and they do very, very nice. And it's very, I would say it's closer to Chrome OS if you had to kind of compare it to an experience. It runs Android apps, and it works really good. So if you're considering getting a connected screen, that was the other thing. This also works in the reverse mode, where you can actually connect an HDMI line in and actually connect as a second display for your existing laptop, or connect a switch to it and play games on it, and it has a lot of functional purposes. And I'm very happy I was able to get my actual prize. Actually, I backed up the project, so it's very nice.
Neat. And they're even showing on their page. You get a Raspberry Pi, plug that in, and
of course, for Raspberry Pi users, of course, connected, and even actually includes an adapter to be able to power the Raspberry Pi as well as connect via HDMI. So it works really good. And they include all the cables in the box, which is really, really nice. So everything and anything you need to get started. And of course, as I said, it charges your device if you're using a mobile device, so you're not going to worry about battery.
Yeah, that is fascinating. As far as the quality of like the trackpad and the keys, how is that? Because I feel like on a lot of Chromebooks, as one example, that's where things really fall apart, in my opinion.
So the keyboard's pretty good. Trackpad, I need to get used to it. It's not as responsive as some of our Windows or the Pixelbook Go. So for me, it does need to get used to it. It's not the most responsive. The speakers, unfortunately, I would not recommend. They do include a 3.5mm headphone jack here, which I know it's a dying breed, but I'm very happy, as well as a micro SD card and a full-size USB-A port on the right side. So you have 1A, 3 Cs, HDMI in, micro SD, as well as a massive battery. And of course, now the panel on this is a 1080p panel, non-touch, but it's definitely very good, and it looks very good. I mean, you're looking at it right there. You can see how the reflection is. It looks really good. Yeah, and if it'll give me a few seconds, I'll boot up Dex just to show you guys how Dex would look like just from like off the S10, as we said it before. Right. So just simple.
Is Dex, in your experience, something that you could you eject everything that you're used to and just commit to Dex using something like this?
If I wasn't using Chromebook, if I wasn't using Chrome OS, I would say I think Dex is a very good replacement. Dex has come along quite a bit from what we've seen in the past. So overall, compatibility with applications now, almost everything that you have installed on your device will run. And what I love about it is that it still allows you to use your phone. It's not limiting your phone. So you can run like a full application. So let's go ahead and show you guys what I mean. So here's the phone. And sorry, here's my Samsung phone sitting right there, and you can see desktop mode running directly on it.
Love
and
it.
It was as simple as, and when I'm done, I close the laptop, put it in my bag, disconnect my phone. My phone still works, and it's fully charged, and I'm running. Everything works great. I think this is a really good way of looking at it also from future-proofing, because at this point this always will run the latest version of whatever my device is running. So it will always get updated.
Totally. Yeah, that's fascinating.
That's really cool. I dig it.
Yeah.
Right on. And it's pre-order right now for this. Any idea kind of what the cost will be? Is it let's see.
I didn't get a chance to see the price on the pre-order. I know they literally
looks
and
like
I think it's worth the price point. I think obviously for backers was a little bit less, but I think it was really good. And I think I want to say almost all the backers should be receiving their hardware within the next week or so. So they've shipped everything ahead of Chinese New Year. So very excited about it. And they've done better inspection, and they work. Like I said, it's a great idea. And once we have true desktop mode in Android, with Android hopefully 11, because it sounds like 10 is not, I think this will be even better, because even the Pixel 3a hopefully will be able to, or the 4a will even showcase that. Because I think we need those type of experiences.
Even more compelling. Yeah, $259 with shipping though. That goes up to $294. So keep that in mind if you want to pre-order right now. Maybe there'll be ways to get it through Amazon once it's released. I'm not sure.
I hope so.
Yeah, I would hope so too. NexDock 2. Awesome stuff. Thank you.
Yeah.